For male, it's known as 6. For female, it's known as hip measurement. Now, for the hip measurement, it's same as the female and male hip measurement. For those of us that have done our skirt, we are used to this measurement. The full roundness of the widest part of the hip. Make sure your tape is going down and it's also coming up. So what we have here is 113. So we're done with the waist and the hip measurement. The next measurement we have here is our crotch measurement. Okay. The first measurement here, if you remember, we started with the waist measurement. The waist measurement we have here, I said take the full roundness of the waist. I'll take this again before going down to the crotch measurement. The first measurement, we have the waist measurement. Take the full roundness of your waist measurement. Ask the client, very, very important, where he or she fits a trouser. Now you take the full roundness of that particular part. Always ask if it's the navel part you are taking. You are taking the full roundness of the navel. Now we are taking the lower waist measurement. Take the measurement with one of your finger deep inside. It's very, very important. Now we have 89 cm. After taking the waist measurement, our next measurement is the hip measurement. The hip measurement, you go fully around the hip measurement, the widest part of the hip. Take the measurement and make sure your tape is going down. Now this is our hip measurement. We have 113 as the hip measurement. Our next measurement is the crotch measurement. How do you determine the crotch measurement? For those that are using the navel part as the waist, now you place your tape. Tell the customer to hold that particular part. If you are using the navel part as the waist, that is where the tip of your tape will be. If you are using the lower part of your waist, you are taking it down this way. Now you're taking it fully around to the back. Now, when you do this, look at what we have. This is what we have. It's going to stop here. Now, tell the client to work with these measurements to see if they are comfortable with this measurement. Also, you can get a stool or a seat for them to sit down with the measurement that you have and check if your tape is dragging. If your tape is dragging, the part where the tape stops, that is where you stop as the measurement you're working with. Now, our crotch measurement we have here is 67 cm. So we are done with the waist, the hip, and the crotch measurements. So now we're moving down to the body rise. Your body rise, what you need for the body rise, you get a hard surface and tell the customer to sit on that. Okay. You can get a stool or just get a stool that is hard. Now take it from the waist down to the top, the tip of your stool. I repeat, you're taking it from the waist down to the tip of the stool. If you are working with the navel part, you have to take this measurement again from this navel part, really straight line to this side, and start from this particular part down to the tip. Now the measurement we have here is 28 cm for our body rise. Let me indicate the cm so we don't go and work with inches. Very important. The next measurement here is the knee measurement. The knee measurement is very, very important. Take the full roundness of the knee. Ask your client how free they want it. Madam, are you okay with this? Yes. Now we have 48 cm. 48 cm. The next measurement here is waist to hip. Waist to hip is same as hip depth. I repeat, waist to hip is same as hip depth. For those that are doing skirts, so we are used to the hip depth measurement. So it's the same thing with waist to hip. Now you are taking it waist to hip, from the waist to the hip. If you are working with the same level parts, now the tape has to be around this point here, down to the hip. Our waist to hip measurement here we have 19 cm. Our waist to hip measurement we have 19 cm. Now the next measurement is waist to floor. Our waist to floor is same as trouser length. I repeat, our waist to floor is same as trouser length. We have it here. Now, from that particular part where you have your trouser, the waist part of your trouser, the reason why I said the waist part, if you're working with the low waist or you're working with the natural waist measurement, now place the tip of your tape at that particular point and drop it down to your desired length. Now you drop this measurement, ask the client if they are okay with this measurement. Am I okay with this? I will also explain this part for those of us who are wearing heels. For those of us that are wearing heels and you want your trouser to be flowing on the floor, please tell them to tiptoe. This is how you tiptoe. Tiptoe and take the measurement from your waist down to the floor. For those of us that want the trouser to flow on the floor and you are wearing heels, it is actually wrong for you to make a trouser and your shoe showing. To make it fully down to the floor. Now I'm working with 108 as our line, trouser line. 108 here. The next measurement is the trouser bottom weight. The trouser bottom weight actually determines the kind of trouser you are sewing for your clients. The trouser bottom weight determines the kind of trouser you are sewing for your client. Now, the trouser bottom weight, this is how you go about it. Now, you take the full roundness of that ankle part for the trouser bottom weight. If you're working with a stretchy fabric, and you needed the trouser to be firm, take the full roundness of it like this. After taking the full roundness like this, make sure your tape is going down. It is very, very important. So you don't sew trouser that will not pass through the leg. Now, take the full roundness of a stretchy fabric, you do this. By the time you stretch it to go through. Now, if you're not making a stretchy fabric and you want to take this measurement this way, the customer says you want it very firm. Take it this way and make sure you take.
Sorry, sir, please. This particular trouser width measurement, we are not seeing it very well, please.
Okay, for the trouser bottom width, this is what you do. We'll send the video for measurement series. Then you go through that part. The trouser bottom width is there. But I'll tell. Okay, let me tell Ms. Joy to put her leg on this part. So maybe I don't know. I'll come to this side, Ms. Joy.
All right, that will be great. Thank you.
Can you see from that side? Now we are making use of this. Can you see from that side?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, good. Now you are taking the full, your trouser bottom width. I repeat, the full roundness goes like this. It's very important you ask the customer how free you want the down part to be. You're taking it full roundness like this. And I said if you are working with a stretchy fabric and they said they want it firm, you can do this because it's a stretchy fabric, it will go through the feet. Are we together? Now, if you want to make a firm, you want to make it tight at the down part and you're not working with a stretchy fabric, this is what you do. Take the full roundness this way and make sure the tape is going down like this. If you're taking that measurement, you don't need to wear a shoe for that particular measurement. It's very, very important. So what we have for our trouser bottom width here is 38 cm. 38 cm is what we are using for our trouser bottom. The next measurement we have here is the thigh measurement. The thigh measurement now is the widest part of the thigh that you are working with. Now take the full roundness this way. This is the widest part of it. I will explain something for you guys. This is what you do. Now, it is very important to take the tape down like this. The reason why I say you take the tape down, there are some people that you notice here is not as wide as here. Most tailors call it inner lap. The inner lap is in between these points here. Once you notice, this side is now bigger than what you have here. So what you do, take the measurements this way and make sure your tape can pass through whatever you have here. So if your tape is coming down, so work with the measurement you have. So we have 71 cm for our thigh measurement. Now 71 cm is our thigh measurement. Now we are done with our measurement. Do you have any question concerning this measurement so we can move to the pattern? Any question, please? You can unmute and ask your question. But before you ask your question, it's very important to introduce yourself so we know who's talking. introduce yourself before you ask your question, or mute your mic and ask your question.
Good morning, Mr. Fee.
Yeah, good morning, madam.
My name is Perpetua. Please,
Okay,
I want to
okay.
the waist measurement and the hip measurement. I didn't get it.
The waist measurement and the hip measurement.
Yes.
Is the same as skirt measurements.
Yeah, they see like what is the measurement? What
you need to do is to place your tape. Now you're not working with inches. You're not working with inches, you're working with cm. So all you need to